I did say that when in the last video, I did say that I should talk about my voting. I'm not talking about politics. I'm talking about DreamSnap voting. Before I do that, let's do this. What all do I have to do? The duties it says to craft any training manual. However, you need 5,000 Dreamlight energy per. I can't even craft a second one. So I will fail on the crafting any training manual. Luckily, I do have all the rewards at least, so I lose out on the training manual. Yes, I know it says Dreamlight, but I'm going to save that for the next one. I don't care about getting training manuals since they just sit there and don't do anything. I don't really... Once I've decided what a character will do, I don't really want to change them just because. What quest do I have? Just that one? Alright, so I need more iron ingots and pebbles. Yeah, I'm actually doing this not Star Path, the parks. Oh, shiny Peridot. Alright, do you have pebbles? No. And that's iron ingots. Now, what happens if I don't complete this? Well, you saw that. This is Dreamlight Parks Fest Decorate More, which means this is from last year. And it's not going to let me do this year's stuff. Though I did do the mining for any minerals with Scrooge. So that part has been started. Let's see. Nope, the balloons I did remove from there. Oh, the plaza. Okay, so it may look the same, but I did move. Seeing how it's now easier to navigate around. So I did move things. Oh, buttons. For when I craft the popcorn buckets. And I have Monsters Inc. house there. And Merida's house there. I left this open for any new Pixars. I will move the monster house over if needed be. I now have a button. I now have the Woody's carousel there. And Buzz, I figure, it's nice to keep him near. Especially if we're looking at obtaining Bo Peep later on. So, this part be Toy Story area. And I like where I have Remy. I like being able to get to that. And as you see, you can actually get through here. So people could sit there if they wanted. It's a bit close, yes. There's a flower there, yes. No, I'm not entering. Yes, I am entering, but I did not mean to hit the enter. I was going to pick up the flower button. And all of this is a moot point. I do not want wrought iron. Yeah, I could use the wrought iron, and yes, I could dig for pebbles. I'm just playing my way, playing our way. That's what the POW stands for, playing our way.
For adults, the villagers here are quite nice to talk to.
Yes. Yeah, I want to pick up. There we go. Tiny Alice. And then
Oh my!
Huge Alice.
I could get used to a place like this.
And then Alice-sized Alice.
I'm used to it.
Okay. Wait. Oh. Butterflies. That's... The butterflies keep making me think there's something there. Oh yeah, so I was thinking... Can I move? Was there a reason why I don't move the buildings over a little? Okay, moved you over one. No, I really didn't move you over one. I thought I did. Okay, now I have you moved over one. There we go. Now they're moved over. There. Now it looks nicer. And yes, I can still get back here. So I guess that's fine. Huh. I can also get back here. I can get myself stuck back here. Oh, I can actually go around. Okay. Of course, fixing that was not the... Oh, one other thing that I wanted to do. Mickey, I'm not interested in giving people cupcakes right now. What I want to do is a lot of stuff. Oh, yes, this. So, a while back ago, I mentioned about how I make money. Originally, I went through, this was before the first expansion. And then when Rift of Time came out, I double checked. Pumpkin seeds cost a certain amount. And actually, let's go to Forgotten. Not to the Forgotten, but to Forgotten Lands. Oh, let's first... I've been meaning to do this. Gaston, guess what? You can join us. Hades, I'm still keeping in Mythopia. I have his place in the Mount Olympus area. But Gaston, I'm bringing here. He no longer watches the docks. Where here? I don't know. No, I want those two close to the beach. Don't really think Gaston, because Belle... Oh, that's right. I have more areas. So I can still have them close by. What if I place them here? Like that? Or... Ooh. No, I'm going to place them there. But first, I need to get rid of the night thorn that's blocking the way. You can't cover up night thorns. Hi, Gaston. I know your house is here now. Alright. Place it. Nope. On this side. Right. Yeah, that should be fine. Place it right there. He can see, right here. There we go. He can see Belle and Beast from his place. He's not too close. And they can keep an eye on him. And it starts this side as being potentials for houses. Yes, I know I have here. I just did not want him too far away from the castle. I might rearrange their houses at some point, but not anytime soon. So there we go. Gaston is no longer at the docks on Eternity. And yes, I know the Vale would be a great place for... Are you Alice size, Alice? Oh, what happens if I'm this close to her?
Oh dear.
She still shrinks in front of me. Hello.
Ooh.
And she still grew. And she resorted back. Well, that was something.
It's such a beautiful...
Anyway, yes, I tend to get distracted. Just like Doug. Squirrel! Really? I turned jokingly, and there really is a squirrel. Of course, I'm also into Pokemon, so I... Okay, that's what that is. I was thinking that was another bunny flower. So I could have ended up saying Squovit. But yeah, so pumpkins. The reason I'm doing this up here, I still like that I was able to cheese it. I'm only going to get 300 moonstones because everyone knows that I cheesed it, that it wasn't a... That's if I even get selected, but at least I got the credit for doing that Dream Snap. So, for pumpkins, came up here so you can see how much it costs for seeds. $2.75 for the seeds. When you sell pumpkins, it's $664 to sell a pumpkin. Well, that's to sell 5. No, it's to sell 1. If I do all 5, see how it now says 3,320, which means it is 664. That's why pumpkins are considered a good start for those. Anyway, poached butter basil sturgeon. Basil butter sturgeon. So once again, you see it's $2,284 each, right? Oh. For 13 of them, it would be 29.6 thousand. Right? Now, how do you make the poached sturgeon? You're gonna hate me. Unless the ingredients do state, does it say how much the butter costs? Just what it sells for. So, yeah, I have to go into Remy's restaurant, Chez Remy, and ignore the customers. I know you guys don't like it when I do that. Scrabble coin. No, stay focused. Stay focused. I am showing that I can't even show how I vote yet. This was going to be a quick one, a 20-minute one. It's gonna be more than 20 minutes. All right, ignoring everyone. Butter is 190, right? So 190 for butter. What else do you need? Well, poached basil butter sturgeon. How much does basil cost? Oh yeah, it's free. You get that for free in the meadow. These... Okay. The sturgeon, gold bubbles in frosted. So far we have gold bubbles in frosted. Okay. There's the blue buttons and the catfish there merged as one. And it also does lemons, which you pick from trees for free. Coal, you could get from Chris' store. Yes, I'm calling Christoph's cart the Chris store. I like that. You know, when it was suggested the Chris store.
What a nice day.
You can also mine and get coal that way for free. But at the Chris store, it is... Let's go up here, because I am explaining how to get money. You know, this is for new people, even though there's hardly anyone new these days. From the Chris store, coal costs $5 each, right? So 190 plus 5, that's still less than 200 that have been spent, correct? And yet, to sell the cooked meal, it is 2,284. Now, I had checked the meals that you cook from, you know, from all three areas so far. The Valley, the Vale, and the Isle. Poached butter basil sturgeon, if you go one for one, has the best profit. And so I would make a bunch that's why I kept collecting a bunch of lemons, white sturgeon,
Such kindness really
basil,
ought to be more commonplace.
purchased a lot of butter, and made sure I had a lot of coal. So I can make a bunch of poached basil butter sturgeon, or is it butter basil sturgeon? Whatever. That was before I learned of... Oh, yeah. Let's hold on a sec.
Oh dear.
Unfortunately, it is after 10 a.m.
Hello, down here.
Oh yeah, she popped up. Because I could have done what I was going to show. I learned something. Something that I did not know before. I came across it. Alright, you see in my pack how I have these 1-star grilled fish. But look how much it sells for and how much I get from it. But it's a 1-star dish. Yes, if I use just one fish like the recipe says. What I did not realize... Now, I discovered when fishing, these fish right here and there.
I wonder if the animals here.
The
will
here
enjoy
and
what
there
comes like
fish.
the white rabbit does.
Oh, it says they sell for $2,000 each. You get here and there by after it's unlocked, which is Nala's level 10 quest. So after you've unlocked the here and there, you fish in 0 bubbles. So you'll get a lot of bass and cod and seaweed as well between the hours of 6 to 10, 6 a.m. to 10 a.m. or 6 p.m. till 10 p.m. Both work. So between the hours of 6 and 10, it doesn't matter if it's a.m. or p.m., but it does have to be between 6 and 10 of either a.m. or p.m. You can't do between 6 a.m. and 10 p.m. because between 10 a.m. and 6 p.m. it will not work. Anyway, you fish for those and you can sell them for $2,000. Now, what is 2 times 5? Well, last time I checked it would be 10. So how much do you expect cooking 5 of them to be? Well, wouldn't that be 10,000? I mean, think about it. A 10,000 star coin dish. Here we go. 1, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. And using the coal being 50. So not much after... not much past 10,000. Let's cook it. Grilled fish, 1-star meal. The most expensive 1-star meal, 10,400. So, if you want lots of star coins, and even 5 million is a bit much for me. So I'm not interested in what I was doing when I was grinding for star coins. If you have Nala's level 10 quest unlocked, or not unlocked, but completed, so you have the here and there fish unlocked, you just have to keep fishing for here and there. Grab a fishing buddy, you know, one who will give you an extra, and just keep fishing, keep grinding over and over. Get a bunch of here and there. Let me put the rest of these back. There's a reason. Don't worry. Grab a bunch of here and there. You can see I've been doing this for quite some time. And when you need the star coins, which unfortunately it turns out you really don't need the star coins. If I wanted to, I can be a billionaire in star coins.
It's far too early to do anything of consequence.
Are you Alice size or did you shrink to half size? Oops, my mistake. Let's get you back in here. I need you to grow a little.
Oh dear.
Okay. Need you to become Alice size again.
Small amount of help, please.
Oh.
How
There we
do
go. Nope.
Do come see me again.
Wait. Yeah, I think you're more Alice size. I don't know if you're Alice size or half size. I think you're Alice size. I don't know anymore. Anyway, so this is how to get lots of money if you want. You can get the star coins that way. Easy. And of course, you'll want to save some of yours rather than selling them because 5,000 because you need to do a lot of fishing. Let's see, 3,000, no. I know they say don't let it go below the yellow. I let it go below the yellow because it really doesn't matter. Here's when I would do the like, comment, share, subscribe, notification bell, and a video, except this is going to be one of those longer hour-long things. The whole getting distracted was not my intent. So I just want to quickly do this since this is what'll get me into this saving anyway. Dream snaps. I wanted to do a voting, and this won't take me long at all. 0 out of 50, so this will get me 50. Oh, check submission. That's right. So this is what I submitted for that Dream Snaps. As you saw, I was about to end up with a half-size Alice when I was talking to her if I hung out. I encountered Tiny Alice somehow, and she was stuck that way rather than growing or anything. And I said, all right, let's hang out because I was curious what would happen. And she stayed tiny. I switched to, I warped to other areas, to Eternity, to Vale. I checked out the Scrooge stores in those areas. Came back to the valley, and she was still tiny. Well, the challenge, Mythological Chic. Create an outfit inspired by mythology, from divine beings and heroic warriors to magical creatures. Let your imagination bring legend to life through your style. And with Tiny Alice, excellent perspective. I set it off to be a demon and hovering above there, looking at a tiny Alice. Demons and monsters. This was great for a mythological viewpoint. And that's why I chose it. I always mark Dreamlight Valley border. Anyway, it's not showing about showing mine, it's about voting, which closes, so I need to... Okay. This is an outfit challenge, so it has to make sense for the, it has to show the outfit. That is... Not sure. She's a bit far off. This is actually from Jack and Sally's Picnic. I get what they're going for. And it's not bad. It's just you can't really see the outfit. You can. You can't really see the look as well due to the fact that they are tiny. I know I've said you don't need to worry about open space, but, that is a bit much open space. So I cannot vote for that one. Other than that mask, I'm not sure why they thought that mask was necessary. Well, for the tags, of course. For some reason, people think you need tags for everything. Do I dock her on not having the, for having that mask for the tags? No, because that could be down. So underneath the black feathers, there could be some white feathers for the face because it matches more of the skin. Not sure. No, I can't get past that, so skip. Okay, this mythological creature, half human, half fairy. Mostly human, but with fairy wings. Doesn't really mean much, so nope. It's a toadette, or a toad. And once again, this is from something else going on. This is when Vanessa stole voices. She's restoring the voices. Or is this when she's stealing the voices? Either way, this mushroom character, does it remind me of mythology? Yeah. Yeah, I'll go for the fungus. No. Because the setting does not look right. I can be a harsh critic. Okay, here we go. I'm assuming they're going for a mythological something. Maybe a goddess, a spirit. Not quite sure. I like this, but does it fit mythological? Hard to tell. Oh, that's way too bright. So much yellow, can't really tell. It's hurting my eyes is what it's doing. Unfortunately, if I don't get mythological from that, it could be that it is based on myth, legend, lore of something, and I'm just not seeing it. But it also looks like a tour guide. It's hard to tell what the story is. I like it. I would like to vote for it. But that's not what this is about. This is going to be an hour long, isn't it? Pirate way back there. Yeah, I know you're a buccaneer or something. Treasure hunter. Is that really myth, though? We know this is ancient Greece. You know what? Yes. This is oh, Dionysus. That's what's with the grapes, so that's why I voted for it, because it occurred to me who that was. That was a Dionysus thing. If you don't know who that is, you can do an internet search. He's Greek mythology. He's the party god. Anyway, you are... I have no idea what you are. Mythology for... Once again, this is Goofy's scrapbook. It is not really designed to be anything. And who are you supposed to be? You don't even look like a hatter. You don't really look like anything. So, skip. Demon with a dragon and a portal. Yes. See? This I can go for. You know, the sparkles are a bit in the way, but I can still go for this. This I will vote for. I'm just curious what this one is. Is this a better one? Also a demon with the squirrel sitting there. No, I like the idea of the portal. Oops, I banged again. Okay, lots of lighting. At least it's not too much lighting. I'm assuming a goddess. That looks nice. That one's a knight. Knight, mythology, bringing in Maribel into a modern day mythological chic. Yes. Oh, but the shoes don't really say knight to me. You got the wrong shoes on. In fact, is that a skirt you're wearing? You don't know. Selfies do not make for that, so we'll go with the goddess. It's a bit bright, but not too bright, luckily. Not sure what myth that is. Okay, there we go. A woodland nymph. And she even has a spirit raccoon. Yes. This is actually a great one. I'm voting for it. I'm not even going to think about it. All right. As you know, I'm just randomly choosing one side or the next. This one, possibly a fairy. I think it's supposed to be a fairy. Not sure exactly what's going on. See, fairies don't have horns, but those are fairy wings. It's like she's two myths in one. And while that scene does look nice, I can't tell the story. The fairy there, unless I know exactly what is going on, I really can't vote for that. Only at 20 out of 50. Yeah, a rabbit head with peacock wings. Probably an animal goddess. You know. Which is okay. Doesn't really explain much, and yeah. No, this is not a myth. The animal goddess I could sort of see. However, the myth does not have chimeras like that. Jedis are not myths. Selfie, so that's a no-go. I'm going until I get either the 50 or looks like 3 more skips. Alright, this one looks nice. So, a fairy queen. She even has her scepter. So I can see this working. Trying to see what this one is. Crown with the Hades thing. Yeah, you're not supposed to dress like Hades, and interesting. Anyway, no, you're supposed to dress like the myth, not wear a Hades shirt or the big shirt. So since I did like that one, once again, selfie. And you, I can't zoom in. The eyes are okay. I was trying to figure this out, but no, the eyes are fine. It's somewhat bird eyes, I guess. It does seem almost myth-like. Also has this, no, the wings don't really match the rest. They're the Forgotten's wings, you know, the demon wings. And where she could be demon-like, the dress does not match the wings. The crown can work with the wings. If it was different wings, then yes. If it was a different outfit, you know, more demon-like outfit, then yes. But I cannot go for both. All right. This myth is standing in front of Wally's garden. Oh wait, no, that's Miss. And yes, she has horns. And I'm assuming the glasses are supposed to be mythical, magical. The outfit works for human, but I'm not sure what myth is being told here. And it is very crowded. You know? It doesn't really look like Tinkerbell minus the wings. Unfortunately, you're so close, but you need the wings. 9. And, already past 45. Or passing the 45. Okay, this one reminds me of mythology. It's a sea witch style. The fence does not really fit. What's the fence there about? If this is her palace, because you see it's decorated to be, you know, the Queen's palace and such, but that fence on the right side there does not quite fit. The roses I'll let sit, you know, because they still work, but that fence just does not fit as part of the scenery. It ruins the illusion, as it were. Witch, but with the wings there. I see the witch and everything about it except the wings. I don't think the wings work for this witch. Should I give her a close enough vote? Normally I would, you know, when I'm doing this, because I'm going for the 50 moonstones. However, I want to show that I can be a tough critic. That's the 10th skip. There's a selfie, so that one's obviously not. That one actually does work. You know? And I don't know if that's the crown. I'm sure it's the crown, but she also looks like an Oni. I like it. It's a bit bright, but I like it. I'm going to vote for it. Selfie, so no. Not for an outfit challenge. If this were a decor challenge, then yes. I don't care if it's a selfie, if it's a decor challenge. But when it's an outfit challenge, I mean, does her shoes match the rest of her? Well, the shoes don't look like they match the rest of her. And the pants she's wearing under that dress, you know, because you can see her legs, also look like they don't match the rest of her. All right, so let's take a look here. All right, I know I said about fairy wings and horns, except this one does work. I can see this. And as I said, I'm going until I have to skip an 11th time. Okay. Obvious nature fairy. With a lot going on. It's almost as if they planted a bunch of stuff to cover every individual space, and you know, especially with tags, and that they weren't really going for the background scenery. So while I can get the nature fairy, there's just too much going on here. It muddies the waters, as it were. So I will not vote for that. And of course, I see Alice here. Does Alice count as mythology, though? She counts as story, but not quite mythology. Here, at the 50-minute mark, like this video, give it the thumbs up. You know, for giving the thumbs up, it's more for me to say, or for others to think that this is a good video. We know video qualities. Leave a comment. I will respond. I don't get many comments, and I do respond to comments if I get around to it. You don't have to leave a comment. It's just nice because it looks like there's interaction going on. Like, comment, share. Share this video. That way others can view it. The more views it gets, the more people think, oh, this might be something worth watching. You know, we get to trick them. And maybe those people will also like this video, make it seem as if I actually do quality work. Subscribe to my channel if you're not subscribed. Hopefully those you share it with will subscribe. If I reach 1,000 subscribers, I will have a special video. I'm not sure what I'll be doing yet because I'm not even close to 1,000 yet. It's just 1,000 does sound like a good celebration point, as it were. And then there's the notifications. If you're on an app through a smart device, then they have the notification turn on and off. If you're doing this such as through YouTube, the notification is that bell thing where you can do none, some, or all. So, like, comment, share, subscribe, notifications, end of video.